Well, hello. Hmm. How do I introduce this? Well, I guess I've just been wanting to play TCGs, but I also have not wanted to play any games on stream where it's gonna take time for me to do things off stream, you know?
いいぞいいか頑張れよ
Uh, I'm just starting the new Game Plus thing. Yeah, I've been wanting to play some sort of like turn-based TCG game. I didn't want to go into like another adventure type game like Legend of Zelda was. Maybe after this, but just don't want to do them back to back. So I was thinking like what sort of game could I play that I wouldn't have to do any like off stream grinding or whatever. So Pokemon was kind of out. Yu-Gi-Oh games were, I mean, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh games were kind of out as well. But this game, Future Card Buddyfight, the English title is like Explosive Fight of Friendship. It's not supposed to make sense, but it was the first Buddyfight game for the 3DS. I've 100%ed it a couple times, and that means I can play on New Game Plus. So I just have all the cards. I don't have to do any grinding. So it seemed like a decent one to play. I have streamed this game before, like 2.5 years ago, maybe. But anyway, this intro is pretty long, so we'll try and like speed through it. I'll like translate the important parts as we go. So this is a card game that connects parallel universes. Become buddies with the monsters that manifest through the cards and fight with friendship and courage. It's called Buddyfight. Okay, this part's not important.
Oh.
So on the very left is Gao Mikado, and the other two guys are the playable characters. You get to choose one of them.
Ah.
The middle one is Yuki Tendo, and the other one is Makoto Tsukimiya.
Oh.
Can you guess which one we'll play as?
いいぜ頑張れ
Yeah, these are all like elementary
Aye,
school
aye.
children.
Yeah.
I remember last time I played this game, I literally translated everything and was like, it's too much. We'll just skip all the stuff that doesn't matter. This is Drum. This is Drum Bunker Dragon Fang Slade Terrestrial the 13th. Everyone just calls him Drum. He's like the best main character, I guess. And that's not just because he's a dragon. Well, maybe he's not the best main character. He's the best. He's the best out of Gal's buddies, I guess.
まさか
And they're like, oh my gosh, it's an armor dragon from Dragon World. Drum Bunker Dragon. It's Gal's buddy.
まだ
Oh, so he's gonna say his full name, which is Drum Bunker Dragon, Fang Slade Terrestrial the 13th. The 13th son.
いいぜ
So I guess he's Fang Slade Terrestrial the 14th.
はあやれや
Okay, so on the right there is Baku Omori,
れこんにちは
and the left is Kuguru Uki.
よ
They're Gal's friends. Oh, thank you for the follow, Allison VTuber. Hope you're here for the buddy fight.
そうさ
Yeah, these are Gal's friends who help him build his deck and prepare strategies for his fights. I'm doing okay.
Oh.
ふーん
Oh.
何
And so they're
よろし
asking
くね
these two guys if they have an interest in buddy fights.
よろしく
Okay, so they're Gao's classmates, but the main characters, like the playable characters in this game, are not.
Ah.
そうね
Eh.
うんうんあ
Oh, so it looks like they're gonna take us through a tutorial if we want to, but I'm gonna skip that. It's kind of long. Oh, but we are gonna choose our main character, or our playable character, and of course we're gonna choose the less crazy looking guy, which is Tsukimiya on the right here.
俺とファイトしないか
You can ask Allison, but I have a feeling I know what it's gonna be. So now we get to choose our buddy. So I don't know how to put it, but they just chose a bunch of the buddy monsters from the show, and like you can just choose one of them to kind of start out with. I think from the like when you're just playing a brand new game, you can choose like Drum, Asmodai, El Quixote, maybe Tsukikage, probably Tsukikage, and then I think the others are also Cerberus. You should be able to choose Cerberus from the start, I think, and like some of them are only available. I'm not interested in anyone soliciting Allison. But yeah, some of these characters you can only play, or some of these buddies you can only choose for New Game Plus. So of course we're gonna choose Drago Wizard Axia.
よろしくね
So this is where you like do all the main settings, but like we're good. The main. Okay, so since we're on New Game Plus, we can like go do other stuff we normally couldn't do from like a brand new file, but we're just gonna follow the story, I think.
どうもーナナナパルコでお送りします
Okay, this is a Paruko Nanana. She's like the main commentator for like matches that take place in this school.
おい
おいおい
や
Okay, so we're meeting Tasuku. This is Tasuku Ryuenji. And this is his buddy monster, Jackknife Dragon. Maybe Jack's the best main character. Like, they're main characters, but Tasuku and Jack don't show up, like, as often. The focus is mostly on Gao. One sec. And the bots are crazy, man. Alright, so yeah, Tasuku's like older than the rest of the characters. He's like a teenager when everyone else is just kind of a child. And he's part of the buddy police who are like they're separate from the normal police because they only investigate crimes that involve buddy monsters, I guess.
はい。そうだね。
うんうん。
いい？わかった？
はい。
いや。
This opening is all just like introducing the characters, I guess, to people who maybe haven't watched the show.
わかった。
それでは皆さん、それでは
そうだね。
バディ
Okay, so next, is this the actual tutorial? Okay, so Gao's here with another friend.
こんにちは。
This is Kiri Hyou.
ガオ。
お。
あ。あ。
Kiri's cool.
よろしくね。よろしく。
And not just because his last name is Ice Dragon.
あ
なんで？
So Kiri is also learning how to play Buddyfight. So Gao's gonna teach everyone at the same time, I guess.
そうだな。うん。いいか？
Yeah, this is just a tutorial fight, so we're gonna skip it.
わかったか？ああ、よし。
あ。 や。
助けて。ああ。
And Tsuku shows up. And oh my gosh, Gao and Tsuku are friends? Who would have guessed? They met in like the first episode of the anime.
あ。いいよ。
よし。
え。
よっしゃ。そうか。
ああ。どう？いい？
Okay, so yeah, this is just another tutorial thingy.
ああ。あ。
そうだ。
お。 ごめん。ありがとうございました。
はい。
あ。
Oh, there's a lot of this.
それで。ああ。そうだ。
So Tsuku had to leave and go to work.
じゃあな。
Is this just another... Yeah, they're just gonna introduce another character, I guess.
はあ。そうか？
はあ。いや。
確かに。あう。よっしゃ。
お。
So they're introducing us to the card shop, which is called Castle.
いらっしゃい。
こんにちは。
うん。お。
This is the shopkeeper. He doesn't have a name.
どうも。
And this is Kazane Fujimiya. She's actually younger than the main cast. She's like a year younger.
よろしくお願いします。
And that's her buddy, Bladewing Phoenix.
そうなの。
They're alright.
え。
でしょ。
おい。
そうか。ファイトしよ
We're gonna skip.
う。よ。あ。
そうなのか
So of course she knows Gao.
おいおい
はあ
またね
ソロボあ
And Gao's like, I have to go home soon. What are you two gonna do?
だな
またな
お
よし
Yeah, so the idea is that we'll buy our first deck of cards, you know, our first deck, but I mean, New Game Plus, so we already have everything. And this is Noboru Kodo. He's like one of the rival guys, I guess.
マジか
え
何
はあ
He's rank 2 of the... Yeah, he's like the second ranked buddy fighter at school, at the elementary school.
うん
And that's his buddy El Quixote.
そうそう
おいそうじゃな
よっしゃ
あああ
ありがとうじゃあな
それでだな
Man, they just make each character teach us one thing. Oh my gosh. Okay.
よし
ああよ
何
な
This is Asmodai. He is a like a demon from Magic World.
えありがと
He's a TV celebrity as well.
よろしく頼むよ
And this is Tetsuya Kurodake. Asmodai is his buddy. He's
Oh.
like a rapper and a dancer.
あ
いいや
ファイトだよマジックワールドグッドだよ
お
オーケーだよわかったよ
ああ
そうだよ
まあな
あ
So
そう
he's
だい
probably gonna teach us how to use spells, I guess. I don't know. We're skipping.
いい感じ
やったよ
Oh, his.
わかった
Okay.
兄じゃん
Oh, look. This is well, the person speaking on the right is Akatsuki Kisaragi. He's the younger brother of the person in the middle, who's Zanya Kisaragi,
あ
and they know each other.
そう
お
And the
そうだ
monster on the left is Tsukikage, Zanya's buddy. He doesn't speak.
拙者
Whenever he has anything to say, it's written. He like writes it down on a scroll.
はあ
やるなその通り
なぜだ
Also, now we're
いいか
ありがとう
asking him to teach us about buddy fighting, but everyone's hungry, so we have to do it later.
行くぞ
なんだよあ
え仕方そうだな暁
はいうんそれじゃ
ああ
So we're going to Mikado's Gao's house,
あ
わかったああら
and of course they're Gao's friend, and that's Gao's mom. She has a name. It's Suzumi.
ガオちゃんようようまだはいよもうダメだあ
Gao has both a mother and a father and a sister. He has a family,
ありがとな
not the typical anime protagonist.
やったよ
やっ
よし
Oh, that was Gal's little sister. Her name is Hana. She's annoying.
どうしてふざけるすまない。
そんな
ダメだ。
Oh, so he wants to teach us before everyone has a meal.
あ
It's dumb. I don't know. They're just trying to add some character, I guess.
おう
や調子
Zanya's really bad with girls, so he like runs away whenever there's a single girl present. So Kuguru's here, so he leaves.
いいや。そうか。あ
ああそうそう
あ。
そうだ
そうだ。
いいかやるな
頼む。
We're skimming all the tutorials, but I will definitely explain things as we
わ
play.
かった
ああ、よし。
よし
おう。
よ
There aren't a lot of mechanics. Like it's not super complicated.
あ
ああ、
あどうすんよっしゃ
そうか。
オッケーじゃあな
ああ。
The nice thing about Buddyfight, especially at the time that this game was based on. Also, here we're at the Buddy Police office
あ
や、はい。
to visit Tsuku.
嬉しいよ。そうだよ。
Is it to visit Tsuku or to just like take a tour and then Tsuku just happens to be here?
どうはい。
そうだな。
And Jack's saying, Tsuku, why don't you have a buddy fight with this person?
そうだね。
And Tsuku's like, okay, sure.
やったな
すみません。いいはい。行くよ。
So this is gonna be a tutorial fight, but I'm not gonna skip it. I think we're gonna.
ルミナイズ。ルミナイズ。
I think this is like a fully scripted fight, if I'm not mistaken. This is your first buddy fight, so I'll tell you what to do. Jack says. Yeah, this is a scripted fight. We haven't even gotten our cards yet. Okay, so we go
オー
first.
プンザフラッグ。ドラゴンワールド。ドラゴンワールド。
So, the player who wins the rock, paper, scissors has to go first.
俺のターンだな。
Normally at the start of your turn you would draw a card, but the player who goes first skips their first draw. After your initial draw, even on your first turn, you can, what do you say, charge Drago Fearless? You can take one card from your hand and put it into your gauge. Your gauge is a resource that you use to pay for costs. It's these face-down cards on the left. You start with 2. You don't get to see them, but you start with 2. You don't get to see what the cards are.
チャージ&ドロー。
So you get to put one card from your hand into your gauge and then draw a replacement card. So Jack's telling us to summon
コール。
Jamada Hard Dragon to the center. There's 3 spots you can put monsters on in this game. There's the left, the right, and the center. They are different. The player is effectively standing right behind the center where the flag goes. I can explain a little bit about this later, but like the player is effectively behind the center. So if there's a monster in the center, the player is protected by that monster. So generally you want to put a monster in your center to protect yourself from attacks. The monsters on the left and right can attack any of the opponent's monsters, and so can your monster in the center, but the monsters on the left and right do not defend you from attacks. You can summon as many monsters as you want during your main phase, but there's a size limit in addition to there only being 3 spaces on the field. The size limit is normally 3. In this game, it's just always 3. There's nothing that increases it. In this video game, I should say. So the size limit's always 3. So you can summon any amount of monsters as long as their total size is 3 or less. So you can see the size on the left here of the numbers above the monster. It'll also show on the bottom screen, which I have on the left. It's on the top left of that screen, so you can see the 2. So we're going to just proceed to our attacks. The player who goes first can attack, but they can only attack with 1 monster once. The reason why I say 1 monster once, even though it sounds redundant, it's accurate and it matters. There are some monsters that can attack more than once, and there's a way that you can attack with multiple monsters at the same time. So you can't only attack once, and you can't only attack with 1 monster. You can only attack with 1 monster once on the first turn of the fight. Attacker chooses targets, so you attack 1 by 1. So I choose the monster to attack with, and I choose the attack target. He has nothing on the field, so I'm just attacking directly. So on the first turn of the game, you don't get to draw a card, but you get 1 free swing. After that, it just goes to my final phase, effectively the end phase. There's no main 2 or post combat. Okay, so Tsuku called 3 level 1s, or not level 1s, size 1 monsters from his hand. He's using the 1000 Rapier Dragon to attack my Jamdahar Dragon. 1000 Rapier had 5000 power. Oh, hello, Bowser. Yeah, we're playing some Buddyfight today. This is just a tutorial fight, so I'm just kind of explaining things. He used 1000 Rapier, which had 5000 power, to attack my 4000 defense Jamdahar in the center to clear my center so the other 2 monsters could attack directly. You can see the stats on the card. Next to the size, it's the attack or the power rather, in red, the critical, which is the damage that they deal, in white, and then the defense or their stat when being attacked in blue. So effectively, on your turn when you're attacking, you use the monster's power, and on your opponent's turn when you're being attacked, it uses their defense. He said to charge Jamdahar, which is a bad play, but I'm gonna do it. So the opponent has Bronze Shield in the center. He's telling us, he's saying to also put a Bronze Shield in the center for us. That's a size 1, so we can play 2 more size 1s. Bear Trap Fang Dragon to the left, he said. It's this one. Bronze Shield is a 2k power, 1 crit, 6 defense, and Bear Trap Fang Dragon is 4k power, 2 crit, 2k defense. He's saying put another Bronze Shield on the right. Jack's really bad at this. So we have to deal with the opponent's 6k defense in the center. So I mentioned you could attack with multiple monsters in one attack. You can actually combine the attack and critical multiple attacking monsters by doing what's called a link attack. It all gets focused into one attack, so you can take out bigger threats. But since it is still one attack, if it gets negated, the whole attack gets negated. It's a very useful tool, though. So Jack's telling us to use our remaining monster to attack the fighter. Okay, so he is equipping an item. Items go on top of your flag, effectively are wielded by the fighter themselves. So he performed a link attack to get rid of our center bronze shield. And then he's using his item to attack us directly. So items, we actually have one in our hand. Most items only have power and critical and don't have defense, because you're just using them for attacking. You can equip one item at a time, and you can only attack with an item if you don't have a monster in the center, because you need there to not be a monster in your way, because you, the fighter, like effectively jumping into the center and attacking with whatever item you're equipped with. Items are very strong because they are hard to interact with. Monsters, you can just attack over them and kill them, right? Like, the attacker chooses the target, so you can attack monsters, but items don't get destroyed by attacks. He just wants us to pass or charge and draw. That's bad advice, but...
Call.
Okay. So we called another size 1 monster. That was Systemic Dagger Dragon, which is a 3/2/3. And Tetsugu's going to use a counter spell when we attack him here. So this is Green Dragon Shield. It's a counter spell that negates an opponent's attack, or rather, an attack on the opponent's turn, while the user's center is open, and it heals them for 1 as well. So here using another counter spell. This is called Dragon Breath. It's and I should say, when I say counter spell, that effectively just means instant speed. There's a keyword called counter, which effectively just means a card is instant speed. Some monsters can have counter effects, but usually it's spells. This one, it costs 1 gauge, but it destroys a monster on the field with 4k power or less. So he's going to destroy our Systemic Dragger in the center. And then he had another Dragon Breath. We don't have anything else to attack with, so it turns over. So Jack's telling us to use our Green Dragon Shield to negate the attack. Normally you would wait, but I mean, it's fine. Oh no, we're almost dead.
チャージ&ドロー
Okay, so we're gonna do what's called a buddy call, which is when you call your buddy monster in any way, once per game, you can change it into a buddy call to heal 1 life. That's literally all it does. Our buddy for this fight is Drum Bunker Dragon. He has a call cost of 1. So we pay 1 gauge.
バディコール
And Drum is size 2, so we can be next to our size 1 Bronze Shield Dragon. And we're going to equip our own items. This is Dragon Blade, Drago Fearless.
ファイターにアタック ファイターにアタック ファイターにアタック
Oh no, we didn't do enough damage. But it's okay. The last card in our hand is what's called an impact. These are like finishing moves that you can only play in your final phase. This one's called Gargantua Punisher. It's like the most broken one. It's just the most broken one at this time in the game. And of course, you know, the main characters get it. So this one, it can only be played if both centers are open, if the opponent has 4 life or less, and you have to pay 4 gauge, and it deals 4 damage, and the damage cannot be reduced or nullified. So it's
フ
just
ァイナ
like
ルフェイズキャット
almost guaranteed win.
ガルガンチュアパニッシャー楽しいファイトだったよ
But yeah, that was the tutorial fight.
楽しかったよ
やるな。
そうだ
So like, okay, well, here you can have this booster pack.
いいか
ああ
So we just open it.
えまさか
ああ、
やったなうんうん
And it's a buddy monster. This is a Drago Wizard Kinus Axia. He says, well, aren't you just a cute boy? Starting today, you'll be my buddy.
まさか
Axia is very gay.
よろしくね
There's some like weird like misconception with like fan resources because people think Axia is trans, but like the Japanese, well, it might just be like a case of, you know, Japan not wanting to acknowledge, you know, diversity, but the Japanese resources, official resources, clearly state that Axia is just a very feminine male dragon.
すげえ
よかったね。
But yeah, Axia is unfortunately not featured in anime very much. He just kind of shows up for, I don't know, like 10, 12 episodes and hangs around with Gao and then leaves.
はい。
But I know there's a lot of fan art of Axia. And he was one of my favorite characters. It's the Drago Wizards in general were very cool.
あ。え。 いい？ ありがとうございまし
So
た。
since we're already at the Buddy Police office, one of their duties is to give out core deck cases to players who have Buddy Monsters, so Tasuku just does that. That's the thing on our arm, the blue thing.
はいよ。
ああ、すみません。ごめん。
And we asked Tasuku for like a real Buddy fight, and he's like, sorry, I have to go to work now.
そんな。
But I guess there was an implication that like, or maybe our character just thinks, oh, does he like think so little of us that he doesn't want to actually fight us for real? And then Tasuku's like, there's no rush.
いい？
Just or maybe our character's like, can we join the Buddy Police? I was skipping through, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Anyway,
頑張ってね。はい。
Tasuku's just like, just have fun. You're literally just starting to play Buddy Fight, so just enjoy it.
あ。え。
And here's Yuki.
あ？そうそう。
ああ。
And he meets her buddy Axia.
おいおい。
It's like, you pulled the buddy rare? It's like, yeah. Tasuku gave me a pack and there was a buddy rare.
なんで？
お。
ふーん。すみません。
Oh, so now Yuki wants to fight against Tasuku. But Tasuku has to leave.
またな。頑張れよ。
やるな。
いいや。
And Yuki's like, wow, you beat Tasuku, that's amazing. And it's like, no, obviously that wasn't a real fight.
なんで？そうだな。
So Gao's telling us to join the ABC Cup, which is the Aibo Buddy Cup. And Aibo is the name of our elementary school,
ああ。
which Aibo also means partner or like buddy or whatever.
あ、よし。
Alright, so we got 5 copies of Dragon Wizard Kinus Axia, which I already had. So you need 5 copies to use it as your buddy, because in a buddy fight deck, where's the next thing? I guess I could show it. In Buddy Fight, you can play up to 4 cards, 4 copies of a card in your deck. Deck is minimum 50 cards. Generally, you just want to play exactly 50. I think in this video game, you might only be able to play 50. I don't remember. But like, there's no reason to play more. In this game anyway. And you need a 5th copy of whatever your buddy monster is, or rather, I should put it this way: you have to have a copy of your buddy monster outside of your deck, outside of your 50 card deck, to use it as your buddy monster. So if you only have 4 copies of a card and you want to use it as your buddy monster, then one of them has to be in your buddy zone, and the other 3 can go in your deck. But that's disadvantageous, right? Because you want to be able to buddy call something more reliably, so you want all 4 copies in your main deck as well. So that's why 5 copies is like what you need for a buddy in most cases. There's some different stuff it doesn't come up in this video game though. But yeah, so this is gonna be my deck. This is a Magic World deck. There's different worlds or flags that dictate which cards you can play. It's like, it's not exactly like colors in like Magic or Duel Masters or other games. It's more like you're just choosing a subset of cards to play. Like, I guess a hero in Hearthstone, or what's it called? Flesh and Blood? You know, that sort of thing. So we're playing Magic World because it has the Drago Wizards, and they're great. But Magic World is generally lower stats, so like less power, crit, defense, but better effects. And they also have the best spells in the game. They even have a turn skip spell, which is great. But yeah, so I guess I can explain a little bit more once we actually get into the games, but I'm playing a wizard deck because there's only like a handful of Drago Wizards, but they are, you know, a subset of wizards. So this is a wizard deck featuring like a bunch of Drago Wizards. Sorry, just answering a message real quick. Okay. So I'm looking forward to the ABC Cup, but there's no way it'll be that easy. And Axia's like, "Ah, you're worrying too much. It'll be okay. Because I'm here with you." It's like, aw. And so we're asking Axia, why'd you become our buddy? It's like, oh, do you really want to know? Well, that's too bad because it's still a secret. And then we are saying, oh, well, you know, I won't try and force it out of you if that's the case. And Drum's saying, hurry up, Gao.
Gao!
So we're asking Gao why he's like in such a rush. And he's saying it's because Noboru is playing against Roga Aragami, who's the second ranked fighter in the middle school division of Aibo Academy. So we just want to see it. That's Roga on the right. And it looks like Noboru already lost. Saying Roga said, Noboru, you're weak. It's like, I have no use for weaklings. Weakling like you has no right to buddy fight. It's like, okay. It's like, get out of my face. Yeah, Roga's just very rude at the beginning. Spoilers, kind of. So now Roga, like, BMing Noboru is making Gao upset, you know, because they're friends.
炎で闇を焼き尽くし、光で誰かの心を照らす太陽番長、ここにあれ。
So Gao, I'm not gonna go into detail because it's not relevant, but he does his Mighty Sunfighter speech, which is something he does whenever like he sees someone getting picked on. So like he likes to stop bullies or whatever. So when Gao challenges Roga, and then Gao like OTKs him. Oh yeah. Yeah, Noboru's like he one turn killed Roga Aragami.
Oi.
OTKs are possible in Buddyfight, but they're very uncommon. Usually it takes at least a couple turns. And Noboru's like, thanks for taking revenge for me, and Gao's like, what? That's not what I was doing. And Roga's like, I won't forget this humiliation, Gao Mikado. And then he leaves. And Gao's like, I wasn't thinking about anything but beating Roga. And we're asking, isn't that what a match is all about, though? And Gao's like, no, that's wrong. Just winning or just being strong isn't right, or like it is not enough. I want buddy fights to be fun. I want to have the, I mean, the word they use is best, but like implication is like the most enjoyable buddy fights ever. But I couldn't forgive Roga's attitude towards Noboru. But the way I was buddy fighting with him now, it was the same as Roga. Because all I could think about was beating. The only thing I could think about was beating him. I ended up having a lousy buddy fight. And actually saying, well, if that's the case, you can just apologize to him next time. It's not good to dwell on your mistakes. Mistakes become good learning experiences. And we're like, that's right. Just fight against Roga again. Again? Yeah, it's impossible for you to get your point across with just one buddy fight. Next time you could have the fight you really want with Roga. And hopefully he'll understand. Okay, so now Gao's saying, I've decided. Whenever I have a buddy fight, I'm gonna befriend my opponent. Even Roga. And we say, we'll help you however we can. You know, as if we could help with something like that. So we're gonna get ready for the ABC Cup. Can we? It's been an hour. Can we finally start? That's the side event. We're not gonna do any side events. We're just gonna go through the main story. The side events are mostly fluff. Like, they add some extra characterization, but it's like we already have all the cards. It's not like we need the extra side events to get the cards. They're just introducing the ABC Cup. And they said Roga dropped out of school, so he won't be participating, and Gal's like sad about it, but everyone's like, you know, let's just play and enjoy. Boru's here. Tetsuya's here. Zanya's here. Yuki's here. So we're gonna play against Noboru first. Oh, they must give him... Okay, I see. We have the option to skip every single fight because we already beat them all. Because again, this is New Game Plus. We're not gonna do that. Okay, 1 hour in and we finally have our first buddy fight after skipping a bunch of the stuff.
Open the flag! Magic World! Dragon World!
Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do. Do I want to just like kind of push in a bunch of damage? I could try. Or it could be more conservative. No, I should just try and do more damage, I think. Oh, what do I charge is the question. As weird as it is, I might charge Andy. Okay, I'm gonna charge Magic Artist Andy and draw. Oh, that changes things. Okay, so, I'm gonna pay 2 gauge to equip Gunrod Stradivarius. Was here. I'm gonna cast... I'll explain Stradivarius in a bit. I'm gonna cast Key of Solomon First Volume. It's a counter spell that just gives you 2 gauge off the top of your deck. I'm gonna call Magician of Glass Will Glass Art to the center, and then activate Gunrod Stradivarius. This is an item, and I mentioned before that you can't attack with your item if you have a monster in your center, but Gunrod Stradivarius, even if I can't attack with it, it has an effect that allows me to rest it to target one of my monsters and give it 3,000 power until end of turn, and also deal 1 damage to the opponent. So I dealt 1 damage direct and powered up Glass Art. Magician of Glass, Will of Glass Art, attack the fighter. When Glass Art deals damage to the opposing fighter, I can pay 1 gauge to draw 1 card. This is a very powerful effect. It's simple, but it's very powerful. I can only attack once with 1 monster on my first turn, so I will end my turn. So Noboru's playing Dragon World. It's like the most supported world because it's the main character world. Gao uses it, Tetsuko uses it, you know. It's like a kind of an all-rounder type of world, I guess. The monster stats are relatively high, but they also have like decent effects. Their spells are like their counter spells are pretty strong, but their draw spells and the ways they gain card advantage are very weak. So they just kind of have to make do with their like slightly above average stat lines and shield spells, pretty much. But Noboru specifically is playing Dragon Knights. There's a ton of there's multiple different archetypes in Dragon World. This one is Dragon Knights, so they're all just like humans riding dragons. This is Dragon Knight Alexander. It's a vanilla. It's a size 2 vanilla. Oh, that's all you got? Sure. I have no response. Ooh, that would be kind of nice, but I can't. Well, I kind of can use it. How greedy do I be? Okay, that's not too bad, actually. Okay. I'm gonna Buddy Call. Drag a Wizard Kinus Axia to the center. Axia has a call cost of 1, so I pay 1 gauge. When Axia is called, or when it's placed on the field, I can deal 1 damage to either player. I choose the opponent. I'm going to activate Gunron Stradivarius, giving Axia 3,000 power and dealing 1 damage. I'll have Axia attack Alexander. The attacker wins ties if the power and defense are equal. So I dealt 2 damage by effect and also got rid of this monster, so that's not bad. I end my turn. And my hand is 4 spells, so like pretty aight position. Oh, that's Dragonic Destroy. It destroys 1 monster on the opponent's field, so I'm not gonna allow that. I'm gonna cast my counter spell. This is Magical Goodbye. Magical Goodbye targets 1 size 2 or lower monster on the field and returns it to the owner's hand. You can choose, like, Magical Goodbye is just like probably one of the most powerful counter spells because it's just you can return your own monsters to your hand to dodge destruction, or you could return the opponent's monsters to their hand to get them out of the way and also prevent them from attacking you, like stuff like that. It's just good, super good. How does he have nothing? I know this fight's not scripted. Maybe his deck's just really bad. Wouldn't put it past him. 2, just 2. Okay, I'm gonna charge this. Okay, it's like acceptable, I suppose. Uh, I'm gonna play Center of the World Mary Sue to the center.
Call.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
能力
Mary
発動
Sue, when placed on the field, allows you to search for one spell from your deck and add it to your hand. And I'm gonna call Dragon Wizard Kinus Axia back to the field.
Call.
Bouncing him to my hand let me reuse his burn effect. Well, it's
能力
actually like
発
a
動
lightning spell that he uses, you know. Deal 1 damage to Noboru. I'm gonna activate Kosher. So, maybe you have noticed, but the Magic World spells have like weird, quirky names. It's Tetsuya's fault. But yeah, this is Kosher. It's like the slang, like saying something's kosher, not like the like actual definition of kosher. But if you have 2 wizards on your field, you can cast this card. It gives you 1 gauge and then you draw a card. So it's effectively a free gauge, and then it replaces itself with a draw. And then I think I will cast Nice One. This is a draw spell that costs 1 gauge and you draw 2. You can only play 1 Nice One per turn.
能力発動
I'll activate Stradivarius. But yeah, Nice One is the best draw spell in the game.
容赦しねえキャスト
Using Dragon Breath to kill Mary Sue. That's fine, I guess.
ファイターにアタック容赦しねえキャスト
He just had a bunch of shields. That's, or counter spells, is reasonable. Okay, so he had Blue Dragon Shield. This negates an attack on the opponent's turn while your center is open, and while the user's center is open, and adds the top card of your deck to the gauge, which is fine.
ターン終了俺のターンドローチャージドローコール
Play another Alexander, that's fine.
ファイターにアタック
So he's attacking me. This is gonna deal 3, which is kind of a lot. So I'm gonna play Epic Fail.
これでキャスト
This is why I kept Axia on the field. I didn't get to explain what it did.
ターン終了俺のターンだなドロー
So Epic Fail is a counter spell. It's actually a Drago Wizard support spell, which is like the only one they got at the time. When an opponent's size 2 or lower monster is attacking alone, you return it to their hand. But if you control a Drago Wizard monster, you send that attacking monster to the gauge instead. Drago Wizards have this unique ability to send opponents' monsters to their gauge, which is impossible to interact with. Like, there's literally nothing that interacts with it, except for Soul Guard, but that interacts with literally everything. So, there's... what I'm trying to say is, like, there's cards that say this card cannot be destroyed, or this card cannot be bounced, or, like, negate the destruction or whatever, but none of that stops this. So Epic Fail was actually a really underrated card at the time. I played a couple copies in a deck I won a regional with, so, you know. Yeah, I played this deck at a regional. Not this exact build, but I played Dragon Wizards at a regional. I did really well. By which I mean I won the whole thing. Anyway, yeah, the previous turn when I used Stradivarius to power up Axia, it was to avoid power-based removal spells, which Dragon World's removal spells are based on power. So the Dragon Breath used could only hit the Mary Sue because it was 4k power. Axia was 5k, it was safe. That's why I kept Axia alive. Anyway, I should charge a card. I'm gonna charge this one. Alright, time to win. I'm gonna... Actually, I'll put you in the center. I'm gonna call Dragon Wizard Kinus Axia to the center. I will deal 1 damage to the opponent. I will call Magician of Will Glassart to the left. I will activate Gunrat Stradivarius, powering up the Axia in the center, dealing 1 damage. And we shall go to attacks. He has a green dragon shield, which nullifies the attack and he gains 1 life, but that's fine, because we have 2 more attacks. And with this, I win. But yeah, so that showed a small portion of my deck. We get all these points for winning. This is like the in-game currency, but you don't. Well, since we're on New Game Plus and I've already 100%ed this game, it's like whatever. Don't need it. Hooray! We won the first round of the ABC Cup. I'm surprised they threw us right in and didn't like start us off with some other fights first, but it's fine. Noboru's deck's not that great. Like, it's a real deck, but it's not like an amazing deck. And like, he gets a better version later, spoilers. Honestly, the hardest part about this game is that it's super, like, the card game itself during this period of Buddyfight is super well designed. Like, you could literally play anything and do well with it if you built it correctly and know what you're doing. Which is why I ran Drago Wizards at a regional and I won, because like it was just good. Like it wasn't even what people considered a top tier competitive deck, but you know, do TCG players really know what they're talking about? Who knows? But yeah, that was back when I don't want to spoil it though. I won't spoil it. Anyway, at the time you could run literally anything. There was literally a Dragon World theme with like 6 cards, maybe was it 6 or 7 cards? They had like 6 or 7 cards. It might have been 7. There's a theme with 7 cards, and you could still run it, and it was still good. It's like even the quote-unquote undersupported themes were playable and competitive if you built them properly. But that also means that in this video game, it's gonna be... how do I put this? Most of the characters will have real decks. So if you're going in with just a starter deck, like the very beginning of the game, you might be in for a tough time if you don't know what you're doing. Because the AI is also like pretty good. Oh, so Gao beat this guy. This is a Totsuo Doi, was that his name really? And Tetsuya lost to Maguro Bushido. And Zanya beat the guy on the left, Jin Magatsu. And Yuki beat the lady on the left. Her name is Suzuha Amanosuzu. But yeah, like the AI in this game, because the game's not super complicated, you can just tell the AI attack the opponent's fighter, like attack the opponent directly over and over again is like good enough, right? And like use your shields on relevant attacks, like ones that are like 3 damage or more, or use your shields at low life, or take out specific threatening monsters, which the AI does do. And like it's plenty. So this game can be hard if you don't know what you're doing. But thankfully I'm an expert, so we're getting ambushed. This is a side event, but it's like one of the ambush ones where they like force you right into it. This is Akaoni Kanmei. He's a criminal fighter.
Oi!
We'll do this fight. It'll show off another world at least. Oh no, we're so he's using Danger World. Danger World has the highest stats. So like the strongest vanillas and really big monsters. But their spells are the worst, and they focus on life gain, which is usually not great. Like, it's not bad, because like if you play a spell that's like gain 3 life, that's like negating 1 direct attack effectively, right? But card advantage is super important in TCGs if you don't know. So like it's not like the life gain's not amazing, but it's you know, it's their gimmick. Okay, I'll just let this play out. This is a dual dragon, Dorgus. This is Buddy Monster. It's a 7/3/7, size 2. It costs 2 gauge, but it's a vanilla. And he also played this spell. This is a set spell. This is a spell that you set on the field. It cost him 1 gauge. This is what was the name? What was the name of this card? It's like a dual dragon support spell. When your dual dragon monster is the target of a link attack, the opponent has to pay 2 gauge, otherwise they can't be attacked. So if I want to link attack a 7k guy, I have to you know, have to pay gauge. I think I won't though. I think I will cast Magical Goodbye to return his monster to his hand, because it is size 2. He's not going to be able to play that next turn unless he plays a gauge increase spell. Oh well, that would have answered it, but I'll save it for later then, I guess. I'll charge and draw. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna play Magic Secretary Genjiro Saki to the left. Oh, Buddy Call, Dragon Wizard Kinos Axia to the center. That cost me 1 gauge, but I heal from the Buddy Call, and I get to deal 1 damage from Axia's effect. I'm gonna cast Kosher. Since I have 2 wizards, I get 1 gauge, draw 1 card. It's not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, we shall perform some direct attacks.
ファイターにアタック。
And that's our turn.
ターン終了。
俺のターンゲバドローゲバチャージ&ドローゲバコールゲバ
What is this? This is Armor Knight Hellhound. It's not a dual dragon. It's an Armor Knight. It's a vanilla.
コールゲバ
That's Armor Knight Medusa. This one has Penetrate, which is trample or piercing if you're familiar with other TCGs. It deals damage through a monster. So if a monster with Penetrate attacks a monster in the opponent's center and destroys it with that attack, it deals damage equal to the Penetrate monster's critical to the opponent. It counts as effect damage.
モンスターにアタックゲバ
Okay, so I don't like that. So I'm going to cast this counterspell, Oops. I'm going to pay 1 gauge. Oops costs 2, but Genjiro Saki reduces the cast cost of all my spells by 1 gauge. So I'm going to pay 1 gauge to cast Oops.
これでキャスト。
Targeting Axia. So this returns Axia to my hand, and the attack is nullified. Like the attack does not go through.
モンスターにアタックゲバ
And here I'm gonna use. Actually, should I? I could kind of just let him die. I'll let him die. It's fine. Serve his purpose.
ターン終了ゲバ
俺のターンだな。ドロー。
Okay. Well, actually, it's not that okay. I'm gonna charge and draw. What are we looking at here? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is not great. Hold on, I'm counting. I'm not gonna say what I'm counting, but I'm counting. Okay, I don't have enough. I'm gonna Axie on the side. Gonna pay 1 gauge to summon Axie again.
能力発動。
I can't get over any of his monsters, so I'm just gonna pass my turn.
ターン終了。
俺のターンゲバドローゲバチャージ&ドローゲバファイターにアタックゲバ
Take it. He's attacking you with Medusa for 2.
モンスターにアタックゲ
He's
バ
attacking Axia with his Armor Knight, and that's fine.
ターン終了ゲバ
俺のターンだな。ドロー。
Oh,
チャージ&ドロー。
that's not great. Okay, I'll just have to settle, I guess.
Call.
I'm gonna call Drago Wizard Tempest Wing to the center. Tempest Wing's really cool. He's one of the cooler Drago Wizards. He also has that unique effect where you get to put opponent's monsters from their field into their gauge. It's an axe skill, meaning I have to use it during my main phase, and I will not be using it, but I could, and it's really good. Instead, I'm just going to have him attack. Tempest Wing, he's a size 3. It has double attack, meaning it can, attack twice. We're going to attack Medusa first. He's going to clear his guys out of the way. Normally, size 3 monsters will have some sort of self-protection effect because they're like you put a lot of resources into them and you can only have one on the field, or rather it's like kind of like the only monster you can have on the field. So you want them to be really good. But Tempest Wing is like on the weaker side, but he's still really good just because you're able to put opponents' monsters into their gauge. What is this? Oh. This is a dual dragon. I was not expecting this. Why didn't you Buddyfight? I was not expecting this. Okay, I can't stop this, so I might be in a tiny bit of trouble. Maybe he charges Buddy. Oh, that might be it. Okay. I think the first thing I'm going to do is cast Great Smell, my grandfather clock. Oh wait, can I get over that? I might be able to. I'm gonna just cast Great Smell, my grandfather clock. In order to cast Great Spell, my grandfather clock, you have to have 6 or more different wizard cards in your graveyard, or in your drop zone. Sorry, it's a drop zone in this game. You pay 2 gauge and then shuffle your drop zone back into your deck, and then you get another turn. So it's a time walk. I'm gonna play Center of the World Mary Sue to the center. Let's see what I paid out of here. I would like kosher, please. I'm actually not in a great position. I don't have my item, so I can't get over his monster. In the center. Okay, we'll see what happens when I take my second turn. My turn's over. It's my turn. Yeah. Okay, here we go. He's using up a lot of resources, but I'm going to call Dragon Wizard Tempest Wing back to the center. I'm going to use its ability. Target the opponent's monster. I discard 1 wizard from my hand to send an opponent's monster to the gauge. Bye-bye. Now we attack directly twice. Probably will have 1 shield, right? No, 0 shields? That okay. If he's at 1 life, then I effectively win because I just need to draw 1 burn card, which I run like 7. Even though 1 Axe is in the grave already, but like, we're fine. I also have a shield spell in my hand, but it's kind of limited. Okay. Oh. He plays Demon Godel? Sure. Demon Godel is a dual dragon. It has 2 soul and an ability called Counterattack as well as Soul Guard. Okay, he's gonna do the link attack. That's fine. I have a shield spell in my hand, but it does not block link attacks, unfortunately. I'll take this attack. I'd rather have a card in my hand.
終了ゲバ
俺のターンドロ
Huh. This is just rereading this. Soul Guard, counterattack, that's it. Okay, sure. I'm just gonna leave that on the side and not deal with it. This is not great. I need to keep the plus art though. Oh, that's a burn. That's a burn card. As long as I don't die, I win. So I'll just make sure I don't die.
コール
I'm gonna call Magician of Glass, Will Glass Art to the center. Magician of Glass, Will Glass Art attacks. This is a size 0.
モンスターにアタック
What was it, like Swift Strike, Dragon Garg? I don't remember the English names. This has been so long.
ターン終了
俺のターンゲバドローゲバチャージ&ドローゲバモンスターにアタックゲバファイターにアタックゲバターン終了ゲバ
俺のターンドロ
Alright, I wasn't really watching, but we won. Can I clock him again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can. I have the cards to play Great Spell My Grandfather Clock.
ーチャージ&ドロ
But that would be throwing, so I'm gonna equip Gunrod Stradivarius.
装備
I'm gonna activate Gunrod Stradivarius.
能力発動
I deal 1 damage.
オラの負けだゲバ
Yeah, this is why I prioritize like dealing the damage against Danger World. When I get a hand like that. Man, I thought he would just play a big monster and then swing at my Tempest Wing, and then I could use my Solomon Shield, which was the shield spell I had.
大丈夫か
ありがとう
But it was like he just link attacked it. I was like, what? Says, when does Danger World have to link attack for 6k? That's like ridiculous. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we were skipping all the side stuff. We're just going straight through the ABC Cup. Yeah, we're fine. Before every like plot event, they ask you if you're ready, if you're prepared for a buddy fight.
あ
あ
あよし
Do not skip.
ルミナイズ
貫け太陽の弾丸ルミナイズバルド
オープンザ
ラフラッグ
マジックワールド
ドラゴンワールド俺のターンだな
Man, in Buddy Fight,
だろ
going second is sometimes better. I feel like going second and having an extra card is kind of better. But my wizard deck is also just pretty good at going first. Anyway, he's equipping Iron Fist Drago Knuckle. This is an equip spell that costs 1 life. It's busted. It's like so broken. When it deals damage to the opponent, you add 1 gauge, which again is super busted. I kind of want to stop it, but it's like kind of inevitable, so I'm just gonna take it.
能力発動
Yeah. It has another effect too, which doesn't come up very often, but
俺のターンだなドロ
it has it, and that's it's busted. Let's see. I'm gonna charge
チャ
Gendros
ー
up
ジ
here, I think.
ドロ
Mitch Schuler. I'm gonna equip Gunrod Stradivarius.
装備
What was it here? 1 clock? Okay.
コール
I'm gonna put Herb Magician Soichiro Tenjiku to the center. He has the same effect as Genjiro Saki. The stat line's different though, and the name's different. That's the main thing. Genjiro Saki's better in a lot of cases because he just has more crit, but Soichiro has 5k defense, which is relevant. I'm gonna buddy call Axia to the right.
Body call.
Deal 1 damage to the opponent, please. Thank you. I'm gonna add the power to Soichiro. But yeah, Magic World actually has multiple different cards that reduce the cast cost of your spells by 1 gauge. I play like 1 Soichiro and 2 Genjiro Saki. Because Great Spell My Grandfather Clock needs different names, it's advantageous to play cards of different names even if they do the same thing or similar things. For example, I run in this deck effectively 3 vanillas, but they're all 3 different vanillas. Just so they have different names. And one of them is a Dragon Wizard. Is this guy? This is a Dragon Wizard Mitchuler. He's a 6/1/4 vanilla. He costs 1 gauge. His stat line's actually super important. Being able to hit 6k and also having 4k defense is very relevant. So even though he costs 1 gauge, it's like totally fine, and the fact that he's a Dragon Wizard is a bonus. For Epic Fail specifically. Oh, you're running this already? Okay, this is an Iron Chain Dragon. Not to be confused with Iron Chain Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! You're gonna link me? Probably, right? So he's link attacking Soichiro Tenjiku, so I'm just gonna negate the whole attack by activating Magical Goodbye, bouncing my monster. So I just negated his whole turn for 1 card, pretty much. Alright, Mitchuler to the gauge. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm gonna summon Soichiro Tenjiku back to the center. I'm gonna activate Nice One for free, since I have Soichiro Tenjiku on the field. Drew 2. This is another vanilla. This is Rody. What is it? Apprentice Magician Rody or something like that, or Magician Disciple Rody. I forget the English name. It's a 5/1/3 vanilla. It's free. The 5k stat line is relevant. Now I'm just thinking, who do I want? I guess I I'm just thinking, who do I want to power up? I guess Soichiro Tenjiku? Like, I have an Epic Fail in my hand that's like kind of fun. Alright, let's just attack Gao and maybe he'll die. He didn't die. Oh, he had Dragonic Shoot. Okay, this kills a 3k or lower monster. That's unfortunately fine. Do I kill his Iron Chain Man? Probably, right? I was playing around a different counterspell, which would be worse. So, like, him using a removal spell on Axia was within expectations. He has 1000 Rapier, that's fine. That's a vanilla, 5/2/1 vanilla. That's Systemic Dagger, another vanilla. This is a 3/2/3. Systemic Dagger Dragon's really bad. 1000 Rapier is good though. The 5k power is like, again, super relevant. So he's doing a single attack. I'm gonna cast Solomon Shield. This negates a non-link attack. I think I let this go. I'm probably gonna play these two next turn. Yeah, that's fine, man. Soichiro did his job. He got me a free nice one. He blocked multiple attacks. Like, I still haven't taken damage since the first turn, where he got the free swing. I'm gonna charge epic fail. I don't have any Dragon Wizards right now. Oh, Mary Sue, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably get a kosher, I think. I could get a clock, but I wouldn't be able to play it right away. I think I'll get a kosher, just so that when I... Yeah, I don't need to play my Fat Kid yet right now. I'll play Magician of Classical Glass Art. So I'll get a kosher just to add a gauge without losing any card advantage. Oh, that's the other item, but I'm not going to equip it, because that would be a little silly. Yeah, let's do this. I'll activate Stradivarius, dealing 1 damage and giving Glass Art 3k until end of turn. Alright. Mary Sue will attack the fighter. Gets Blue Dragon Shield, okay. That negates the attack and he gets a gauge. Magician of Glass will Glass Art attack the fighter. And another blue shield, okay. Blue Dragon Shield was like one of the best shield spells back in the day, because like you negate an attack and you get an extra resource. So good. All right. It's probably just gonna go. Yeah, he's going straight to attacks. I need to stop one of these attacks. In this case, I'm going to cast Magical Goodbye on his monster, because his remaining 2 cards don't have enough power to get over Mary Sue's 3k defense. Oh, actually, no, wait. What am I talking about? Oops. Yeah, it's like he has a systemic dagger. For some reason, I thought it was less than 3k. Either way. I mainly want to stop damage here. I'll take 1. That's 1 attack. So 2 damage. That's fine. He has 10 gauge. It's ridiculous. Ooh, 10 swing. However. Well, if I put a Tempest Wing in the center, I could probably protect it. A decent bit. He has 2 potential shield spells in his hand. If they're both green shields, can I win this turn? I do 1, he has a green shield. Go to 2, he has a green shield, he'll go to 3. So I cannot win this turn if he has 2 green shields. I can win if he has 1 green shield, but then I don't even have to make the risky play. So why bother? Another Stradivarius, that's not great. Alright, I'll summon Rhodey to the center. No. Activate the Stradivarius, already on the field. Power to Glass Art. Okay, Rhodey attacks. And if he has a green shield, he'll heal up to 2, but I still have my 2 crit Magician of Glass with Glass Art. Yeah, here's the green shield. We know one of the cards in his hand is the 1000 Rapier Dragon that I put there. So, you got another shield gal? Nope, he's dead. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if there was a play I could make that would go through 2 green shields, because that'd be guaranteed guaranteed game, but I did not have a play that turn. So I just made the play that gets through one green shield. Easy enough.
おっすありがとう
おっすありがとうございました
負けちまったか
あ
あう
Oh? Okay, so apparently this is an upset, but the elementary school top-ranked buddy fighter Zanya lost to the newbie Yuki Tendo.
どうして
そんな
分かったやるな
And then what? Shido lost to the guy on the right, which is Todoroki Genma.
バカ者
Oh, Genma Todoroki. Yeah.
そんな
そうか
うんうん
ひゃ
お
いいか
ああ
And Noburo's saying, well, you beat me, so you better not lose.
そうか
ちげそういうことだ
And he's being very tsundere right now.
よおいまあな
まずいよ
いいか
頑張れでござる
にん
まあな
ジン
そうだよ
いいかせやな頑張れや
わかった
あ
あ
So we're gonna play with Yuki next, I guess? Oh, another happening. Wait, it's Roga.
あはあ え
It's like, what a coincidence running into you here. But it's great that I found you. There's something I wanted to tell you. Gal wanted to a rematch with, and he's like, what? There was some sort of noise. Oh, there was a...
Alien.
I see. So, for some reason, there was a buddy police barrier, which is used. They have like a satellite in space that projects a barrier down to Earth and traps criminal fighters in it. And the criminal fighter has to fight against a buddy police officer, and then the loser has their core deck case destroyed, so they can no longer, use buddy fight for crime. Or it's dumb. It's really dumb, but that's what it is. So the barrier won't go away until there's a buddy fight within the barrier.
俺とファイトしろ
So he's saying, I'm in a hurry, so let's just have a buddy fight so we can get out of here. And he won't listen to like what we're trying to tell him about Gao wanting to make up with him.
ルミナイズ
炎の槍で貴様を砕くルミナイズカラミティブラッド
Wow, 3 nice ones. Imagine drawing so many draw cards in your
オープンザフラッグマジックワー
starting
ルド
hand.
デンジャーワールド
So he's playing Danger
俺のター
World.
ンだな
He's playing Armor Knight specifically. Oh, I'm gonna kind of need this Tempest Wing probably.
チャージ&ドロー
Oh, that's even better. I'm gonna play Genjiro Saki to the left. I'm gonna cast a nice one for free. This is like the best opening play, like holy moly. Alright, Genjiro Saki, attack the fighter.
ファイターにアタック
You start with an extra card and 2 damage. Like, what more could you ask for?
ターン終了
俺のターンドローチャージ&ドロー装備
There is technically an FTK that Magic World can do, but it's like a 6-card FTK. It's really, they actually show it off in the anime. It's kind of amazing, but like no one ever tries it. It's just not. It obviously takes 6 cards. It's 6 specific cards, and it's very inconsistent. And like 2 of the cards are bad. Outside of 2 of the cards are just bad. So anyway, he equipped Boulder Piercing Spear, I think is the English name of this card. This is Armor Knight Gargoyle. It's a vanilla. It's a 1/3/2 vanilla, size 1.
モンスターにアタック
I kind of like him though. I'll let him go just because I want to say my magical goodbye for something more important. I'll take the 3 crit, unfortunately.
ターン終了だ
俺のターンドロー
Ooh. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna charge 1
チ
Axia.
ャージ&ドロー
Oh my goodness, that's even better. Okay, wow. I'm gonna start with a nice one. I'll pay a gauge, I don't
キ
know.
ャスト
Oh, it was Axia. Ooh, an item too? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna
コール
play Magic Artist Andy to the left. And I'm gonna summon Center of the World Marisu to the center. Magic Artist Andy reduces the call cost of your wizards by 1 gauge.
コール
Wait, is it wizards or is it just everything? It is wizards, okay. Let's see, what's in my drop zone 3? Okay.
能力発動
I think odds are I'm going to draw into a clock before long, so I'm actually going to get a kosher just to maintain my gauge.
キャスト
That's a good card. I'll equip.
装備
Magic Arm Burning Fist. This is actually my favorite item. I only run 1 in this deck, I believe. Because Stradivarius is... I'm not going to say it's more useful in more circumstances, but in this video game, it's kind of better against the characters. IRL, like against quote-unquote competitive decks, I think Magic Arm Burning Fist is better. I was only running 3 items, so just switch from like 2 and 1 to 1 and 2. Anyway. Magic Arm Burning Fist has it costs 1 life, and it has an effect that it can attack even if you have a monster in your center, so goodbye Gargoyle.
モンスターにアタック
Andy attacks.
ファイターにアタック
Andy's a one of,
ファイターにアタック
for some reason, like, people back when they played wizard decks, they thought Andy was like super amazing and you had to run 4, and it's like, I mean, he's good. Reducing your call costs for Axia and Marisu is good, but it's like, that's literally all he does, and you don't have a problem like getting
俺の
gauge
ターン
most of the
ドロ
time.
ーチャージ&ドローキャスト
This is what's this called? Survival Instinct? Is that the English name? It's the draw spell. It's Pay 1 gauge, draw 2, but you can only activate it if you have 5 life or less. It's a hard once per turn.
キャスト
Oh, this is what's the English name? Invigorating Breath, I think is the English name. You heal 4, -1 for each other Invigorating Breath in the drop zone. So the first one you play is just 4. Okay, it's like this is like not a bad heal spell, and you can just play 1 in your deck. So if you play, it's just a heal 4. Pretty reasonable. He played this Armor Knight Factory, I think is the English name. He gets back an Armor Knight from your drop zone. So he got back his Gargoyle, which is fine, I don't care.
イデオバディコール
He buddy calls Armor Knight Eagle. This is a size 0, vanilla. Oh, he's back at 9 life, okay.
モンスターにアタック
He's attacking in the wrong order. That's... Well, I guess it's not the wrong order. It's like kind of fine, I don't care. I don't have that many counter spells actually. I just have the 2, and they're not great in this situation. That'll be 4. Guess I let it go.
モンスターにアタック
I kind of don't want to take 3, but I also kind of don't have a choice. Like, I do have a choice, but I kind of don't have a choice. I'm going to return Mary Sue to my hand.
ファイターにアタック
I'm going to take this 3. I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to take it.
ターン終了だ
俺のターンドロー
Okay, that was a pretty good draw. I suppose the order doesn't matter.
チャージ&ドロー
Okay, that was also pretty good. I'm gonna play Mary Sue again. I bounced it so I could use its effect again. There's an oops in there. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
能力発動
I'm gonna get Great Spell on my Grandfather Clock. I heard extra turns are good. You know, I'm pretty certain they're good. Gauges and Axia. Oh, listen. Wait, that gauge is a kosher and Axia. Okay. I'm just trying to manage my gauge properly.
コール
Hogendra Saki over Rody. We'll Mary Sue in the GY. I'm gonna cast Great Spell on my Grandfather Clock for 1 gauge.
キャスト
I needed Rody as a 6th name. Gonna then cast Nice One for free.
キャスト
Ooh, I mean those aren't bad. We'll cast
キャスト
Kid Solomon for his volume. Buddy Call Axia will get that life.
頼むぞバディコール 能力発動
Deal 1 damage to the opponent. So we're gonna go face.
ファイターにアタック
Because if he just doesn't have anything, he'll die. Not this turn, but next turn. And by next turn, I mean the next turn, because it's also my turn.
ファイターにアタック
It seems like he has nothing.
ファイターにアタック
I could clear his monsters over 2 turns with the Burning Fist, but just in case he has the shield spells, I want to
終了俺のターン
use that for like extra 2 damage at his face. Ooh, that's a decent card. Gonna have to charge it
チ
at
ャージ
the
ア
moment
ンドドロ
though. Okay. Sure. We'll just go to attacks. Axe he attack directly?
ファイターにアタックどうだキャスト
Okay, he does have his... Yeah, he did have a shield spell. This is battle or a circle. It just negates an attack while your set is open. As I said, Danger World has the worst spells.
ファイターにアタックどうだキャスト
Hit 2. Rude. Okay, in that case... I should take out one of these, but this one can't hit either of my monsters. But I can block with attacks. Okay, I'll kill the
モンスターにアタッ
evil,
ク
I guess. I could have attacked face. It's like kind of fine. It's kind of fine. It's fine.
ターン終了
俺のターンドロー
I had 3 counter spells. I should be fine.
コール
Oh, that's slightly less fine. This is Armor Knight Succubus. This has Soul Guard. It costs 1 gauge. It gets 1 soul from the drop zone, but it has Soul Guard. I haven't explained this yet, but Soul Guard is a keyword ability that whenever the monster, or rather card, whenever the card would be removed from the field, you can optionally send 1 of its soul to the drop zone to keep it on the field. That messes with my plans slightly.
モンスターにアタック
In that case, I mean, I'm not dead. I'm not, but it's slightly annoying. This one doesn't have penetrate, right? Yeah, no, it does not. Okay, I guess we'll let it go.
ファイターにアタック
Okay, we're going to use Epic Fail
Mada,
to send that
Casto.
back to his hand. Oh, he skipped his attack with his item, and I know why. This will be funny.
ファイナルフェイズキャスト
So this is his impact. This is Drill Bunker. It costs 2 gauge. You give your weapon, which is an item attribute, you give your weapon plus 4,000 power, plus 2 critical, penetrate, and if it's standing, you attack with it. I'm gonna cast.
まだまだキャス
Oops bounces any one monster, item, or spell on the field. So, that one. Bye-bye.
ドリルバンカーターン終了
And then his
ト
impact
ターン
fizzles.
ドロ
That's why I felt like super safe with the oops. I was like, I'm not gonna die. I have this card, it can interrupt literally anything he does. I'll be fine. Daijoubu.
チャージアンドドロ
Okay.
コール
Play Magician of Glass, Will Glass Art. Attack.
ファイターにアタック
どうだキャスト
You have another shield? What in the world? How'd you draw 3? There's only 4 in the deck. Danger Ward literally doesn't have that many.
ファイターにアタック
Okay, he didn't draw anymore, so we're good.
能力
I'll
発
draw
動
a card, why not? It's free. We'll get a Burning One out of there. Oh wait, that was Tempest Wing, oops. Where's Burning One then? Oh, must be the top one. Okay, well we drew a counter spell, so we're extra safe
ファイタ
now.
ーにアタックこいつで勝利だ
俺が負けただと
You see how, like, I have a real deck, and his deck is, like, I guess the proper word is incomplete, because they get better cards later. Like, I'm using a complete end-of-season deck, and he's using, like, a beginning-of-season, like, it's the trial deck and first, like, booster pack 2 are worth, like, maybe of cards. And, like, it was still pretty close. The game just really well balanced. That's why I keep coming back to this specific Buddyfight video game. Because the later ones, it's after like Bushiroad ruins it with power creep, but the first season of Buddyfight was designed by an expert on TCGs. The first like season's worth of cards were all designed, or like I guess the game balance was designed by him. And the fights in the show were also scripted by him. So, like, the first season of Buddyfight, all of the fights, obviously, like, the first few where they're just, like, barely introducing things is, like, kind of whatever, but a lot of the later in the season fights are just, like, really good. There's, like, one fight where a character is running, like, a one-shot, like, combo deck, but then he's able to use the combo pieces in a way like you wouldn't expect and still like manage to win against an opponent without his combo. It's like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like this is really well done. Anyway, we won, and his core deck case broke, and he's just like, okay, I'm out of here. Tasuku's like, sorry for the trouble from the buddy police barrier. I would have never thought it was you who got trapped in here. Are you alright? And we're like, yeah, we're fine. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna look into the cause of this incident.
Hi.
Are you okay going home alone? I mean, we are like 10, so it's like a reasonable question.
ありがとうはい
And we're like, okay, yeah, thanks, Tasuku. Okay. Time for the next round. This is the semifinals of the ABC Cup.
準決勝どうなるのでしょうか
And Yuki's like, I wonder if it's okay for us who aren't even ranked to like ranked fighters in the school to be like here in the semifinals. And we're like, that doesn't matter. We won to get here, so that's how it is. And Tasuku's here to watch. Aww.
あえ
もう
And Axia's like saying, just calm down, Makoto. That's our playable character's name. Just fight as you always do, and you're sure to get good results.
そうか
Aw, Axia. I wish Axia was my buddy.
よし
ああ
Do not skip. if I get through this entire playthrough without accidentally skipping one of these story fights, it'd be amazing. Anyway.
ルミナイズ
燃えてきた。こいつで勝負だ。ルミナイズ。
So we're playing against one of the playable characters, or one of the game exclusive characters, right? So he does not have like his own deck like all the anime characters do. So early on in the game, they just have him copy Gao's decks. So he's playing Dragon Ball. He's playing literally the exact same deck that Gao had when we played against him.
オープンザフラッグマジックワールド
ドラゴンワールド。
Which is annoying because Gao's decks are like not bad. If we were playing Yuki playing against Makoto, Makoto would copy Tetsuya's decks. So he would, well, we haven't seen well, yeah, we have. Well, I mentioned it, but Tetsuya plays Magic World. He'd be playing a Magic World deck. Much easier to beat. Just because, like, the theme that Tetsuya plays is not great. It's definitely not as good as Wizards. No bias there. It's just true.
チャージ&ドロー。バディコール。
Oh, it's already playing drum? Okay, so since he's copying Gao, he has drum as his buddy. This is Drum Bunker Dragon. It's a size 2, a 5/3/5, which is like a very good stat line. Also, it costs 1 gauge to play, but it also gets 1 soul, and it has Soul Guard. And that's it, but that's very strong. This is why us having vanillas that hit 5k is like super relevant. In this case, ugh.
ファイターにアタック。
I mean, I have to take it. I don't have any shields.
ターン終了。
俺のターンドロー
So the AI will do this, where they'll put a guy in the center, even if they're playing a deck where they don't want a guy in the center, which is like reasonable enough because normally most decks have to clear out the center in order to do damage, but mine doesn't. So right now I'm trying to decide if I want to clear out the drum, which I can do this turn. I have a Tempest Wing. So if I'm just deciding if I want to clear out the drum or if I want to just do burn damage over time, but I don't think I have the cards to be able to survive multiple turns of getting attacked with drum plus another size 1, whatever that ends up being. So we'll probably just have to, yeah, I'll probably just have to do this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
キャスト
I cast Key of Solomon first volume. Gonna equip Gunrod Stradivarius.
装備
There's Kenjiro Saki in there, that's fine. I'm gonna play Dragon Wizard Tempest Wing to the center.
コール
Dude, Tempest Wing, so Tempest Wing's one of the cards where they never released the full art of the card, which makes me sad. This guy is a Dragon Wizard Burning Wand. He like probably has my favorite design out of the Dragon Wizards. Like he's got the, like all the Dragon Wizards you can see, like they have like the blue rose gold trim, which is obviously what I based my Dragon Wizard design on. They've got their cool hats. This guy, he has like the extra green highlights. He's really cool. People didn't play him back then. I played one. It just helps to have the one just for the name. But I might discard him. Yeah, I think I should. Okay, I'm gonna use Tempest Wing.
能力発動
I'm gonna target drum. I'm gonna discard Burning Wand. Goodbye, Burning Wand.
能力発動。
Drum Soul Guard will keep it on the field, but that removes it from, that removes its soul,
能力発動
which would take an attack. So I, just get rid of it. You can use Stradivarius to add 3,000 power to Tempest Wing. Yeah, Tempest Wing and Burning Wand were like the really cool Dragon Wizard designs.
モンスターにアタック。
こいつだキャスト
His Wrath of Dragon. Okay, I'm very, 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 very glad I removed his soul. This is a counterspell that adds 6k power and defense to an Armor Dragon for one battle. But it's fine, because we can just attack him again. And I'm glad I took another card out of his hand, actually.
モンスターにアタック。
Okay, goodbye, Drum. Yeah, when I got my first Dragon Wizard design, which is not the current design,
ドロー
when I got the first and previous design, oh no, I don't want him to have that. Oh, he had another drum. But yeah, when I got the first and previous design, it was actually just based, like, I showed the artist, like, here's Tempest Wing and Burning Wand, can you make a design like that for my guy? And he's like, yeah. And it was really cool. It was by Plive.
連携攻撃だ能力発動
Link attacking? Oh, that's right. Okay, this is Sunfist Sunshine Impact. It's a 6/2 item for 1 gauge, which is already really good. However, it has an effect where if you link attack with your buddy monster, the power becomes infinite. I've never seen that before, actually, in this game. Well, it's nice that we got to see it, I guess.
ターン終了
俺のターン。ドロー。
I thought he would just swing 6k because, you know, that's correct. But sure, link attack, sure, why not? I don't care. Okay. Charge Hirosaki. Ooh, okay. This is Andy's time to shine. I'm gonna call
コール。
Magic Artist Andy to the left. We'll call Center of the World Mary Sue to the center. I guess.
コール。
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And when those two die, it'll be okay. So
能力発動。
I want to draw 2, but I really should maintain my gauge, so I'm gonna just draw 1 with Kosher.
キャスト。
Oh, well, I can just do both now. Works for me. What did I charge this turn? I charged Ganjurosaki, right? Okay. Let's see the new gauge then.
キャスト。
It was a nice one again. Oh, that's slightly annoying, but it's like fine, I guess.
能力発動。
In Buddyfight, at least in Season 1, managing your gauge wasn't super important for most decks. But for a deck like mine where it's like, I need to make sure I have 6 different wizards in my drop zone, it matters so much. And it's
ファイターにアタック。
harder to keep track of what's in my gauge when I'm also trying to commentate over what I'm doing. Because I have to be like, wait, what did I charge this turn? What did I charge last turn? What did I charge the previous turn?
ドローチャージ&ドローコール
Thousand Rapier, okay.
モンスターにアタック
Goodbye, Andy. You will be missed.
モンスターにアタック
Goodbye, Mary Sue. You will also be missed.
ファイターにアタック
Solomon Shield. I don't want to drop too low. That's 3 damage, that's a lot.
ターン終了
俺のターン。ドロー。
Okay. If he has no shields, which I find very unlikely, then I could win this turn. But again, I find that very unlikely.
チャージ&ドロー。
Ooh, Epic Fail's pretty good.
キャスト。
Oops, Key of Solomon first volume. That's not bad. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have 6 already. Just a matter of finding the clock. Let's buddy call Axia to the center.
頼むぞバディコール
I heal 1 and
能
deal
力
1.
発動
I'll activate Gun Rod Stradivarius.
能力発動
I need power to Axia. Deal 1. Okay. Axia attack the fighter.
ファイターにアタック
まだだキャスト
He had green shield. Okay. I mean, I have to get through some of these shields, right? There are actually spell negates in Buddyfight.
ターン終了
俺のターンドローチャージドローモンスターにアタック
Why do you have to attack with that one first? That's rude. I do want Axia back in my hand in case he just has no shields.
これでキャスト
ファイターにアタック
Actually gonna
こ
return
れ
it
で
to his
キャ
hand.
スト
I think this gives me the best shot of living to be able to win.
ファイターにアタック
She doesn't have enough gauge for Gargantua Punisher, but
ターン終了
俺のターンドロー
oh no, I can't. I have to charge him.
チャージドロ
There we go. Okay, we're set. Let me play this in the right order. I'm gonna cast Great Spell on my grandfather's clock. The reason why it matters is because I want the Tennis Swing in my drop zone, so it'll be another wizard. Great Spell, my grandfather clock, is a wizard, so it counts as one of the 6. So now I have 2 already.
ー能力発動
I don't suspect I will get back around to be able to play another clock,
能力
but
発
it's
動
not impossible, so like, why not prepare for it? Okay. I know one of the cards in his hand
フ
is
ァイタ
Thousand
ーにアタ
Rapier.
ックこいつで勝利だ
I didn't even need the extra turn, I just wanted. Okay, sure.
そう次は負けないぞ
I mean, I'll take it. Like, I'm just trying to plan ahead, because it's like, well, he probably, like, more likely than not, he has a shield. And if it's a green shield, I can still win on my extra turn. As long as that's the only one, but then I might draw more monsters and be able to do more damage past it, like, whoa. But before that, I was, planning to be able to have Axia again the following turn. And then if I had like oops plus something else, then I could live through or prevent a Gargantua Punisher. But I just drew the clock, so it's like, okay, we're good. And we're like, thanks, that was a good game. And he's like, everyone came out to cheer for me, and even Tsugu came to watch, but he's just like upset that he lost with everyone watching. And he's like, I'm gonna
おい
practice more, and then he's like, I'm gonna practice more, and then we'll play again.
心配ね
The last part was more implied. He's just like, I'm gonna go practice, pretty much. It's like, I guess the best way to translate it would be, I'm gonna go practice and then I'll be back. And Axi's like, he wasn't able to or he felt like he wasn't able to meet everyone's expectations, and kind of hit his limit, I guess. It's like, I have to go after him. And then Paruko gets in our way.
よろしく
And she's trying to interview us. And we only care about Yuki. And he's like, me getting this far must have only been a coincidence. It's like, even though everyone was cheering for me, I wasn't able to... I wasn't a match for Makoto. Which is obviously a lie, because I very well could have lost. He's like, I want to be strong. How do I be stronger like Makoto? I don't know, just like play the game for years like I did. It wasn't actually that long, was it? When did I start playing Buddyfight? 2014? 2015? I played it like 3 years, I guess? I played it up until the end of 2017. Which I also got a top 4 at a regional with an unconventional deck. I was playing Black Knights. With, what's it called? Grados. That's the guy's name. I saw one other Grados player at the regional, and his deck was really bad. And I played, I think, did I play the mirror? I think I played the mirror, and my deck was just way better than his, because like his deck wasn't good. Either that, or I saw him playing and I just saw him get wrecked or something. I don't remember exactly. Either way, I got top 4, so it was like, it was good. I still have the mat for it. Okay, this is Cheeto. He's the middle school student council president. And he's like, if you want to become stronger, and so like the implication is Cheeto's gonna corrupt him or whatever. Alright, now the finals. Man, this game's so fast when you don't do any of the side stuff. One of the nice things is that Buddyfights, like the games themselves, are quite fast. They're pretty fast, and there's still like quite a bit of variety. Even if you're like, or at least back then there was.
Hi.
Like even if like you're playing a pretty simple deck, there'd be a lot of like the games wouldn't always go the same. I only started playing Buddyfight like, I don't know, was it? Might have been like several months after it released. Like I watched the anime, so I knew how to play, but I didn't actually play it until like later when multiple different booster packs were released. Because when the first booster pack was released, it was like there was only like really like 4 decks. It's like nothing, right? It wasn't interesting enough yet. But then they started adding more, and then over time, the depth was there. Anyway, he's like, we'll see how good you are. And Axie is saying, yeah, let's show them our power.
Buddyfight!
Do not skip. I know why skip is the default, but I wish it were not. Okay,
Luminize!
古の竜よ、目覚めて世界に嵐をもたらせ。陛下登場疾風怒涛。ルミナイツ合流起源。
Okay, so this is what we in the TCG business refer to as a free win. My deck has such a good matchup against
Open
him.
the flag! Magic World!
Ancient World.
It's almost inconceivable that we lose. And the reason why is a card we don't have in our hand yet. But the reason why is, well, I guess I'll explain what this stuff does. Okay, so he played Divine Dragon Creation. This is I should also mention he's playing Ancient World. Ancient World is, how do I describe this? In Buddyfight, the different worlds go on like different parts of a spectrum where like the better stats the monster would have, the worse their like spell abilities would be, right? So I mentioned Danger World has the highest like stats, like all their monsters have the highest stats, their weapons have the highest stats, whatever, but their spells are like not great. They're like, they have the worst ones. So Danger World's on one end of the spectrum. Magic World is on the opposite end of the spectrum, where we have the lowest stats, but like the best spells. Ancient World is right next to Magic World, so they also have very, very good spells. Their monster stats are very low, or they're like below average, but the way they make up for it is they give, or Ancient World monsters have higher cost to play, and they're generally life costs. And so because of that, they end up having higher stats than like Dragon World monsters, but they, you know, you're paying for those stats. Anyway, this is the spell Divine Dragon Creation. Once per turn, or you can only cast this once per turn, draw 2 cards by paying 2 life. So he just drew 2.
Cool.
Okay, this is Rock Dragon or Stone Dragon Emperor. Oh, this is it's Urgos. Oh no, this is Vragos. Sorry. This is a okay. So Ancient World generally, they focus on playing, or I should put it this way, he's playing Dragon Lords. There's multiple themes in each world, but he's playing Dragon Lords. Dragon Lords generally focus on playing a size 3 monster, and just everything revolves around that monster. That would be his buddy, Dual Seeker, but it looks like he doesn't have it, so he's just playing another monster. This is Vragos. It's a size 2, and this has an effect that you can activate by discarding it from your hand when you control a size 3. So it's like a spell card, but it's technically a monster, which is relevant for a lot of their effects, and you can also just play it. But it has that additional cost I mentioned. It's called Lifelink. It's not like Magic Lifelink. It's a downside, where if this monster leaves the field, you take damage equal to its lifelink number, which in this case it's just 1. Dual Seeker has lifelink 5. But yeah, so this is just like a 2/2/7 vanilla with lifelink on the field, which is fine, I don't care. I could even bounce it with Magical Goodbye, and then like he just takes a damage, which I think might be the play. Yeah, I think that'll be the play.
Fighter ni attack!
Alright. Enjoy your 1 damage. Lifelink is a keyword and cannot be responded to, so he just takes the damage. I don't really need Solomon Shield in this matchup. Okay. Our free win is here. That being said, I guess I really, oops, I accidentally hit my controller, but I don't really need to do anything, honestly. I just need to keep Tempest Wing in my hand, and then I pretty much just win. I guess I'll play this. I'll activate Gunrod Stradivarius, or I'll equip Gunrod Stradivarius. I'll summon Burning Wand to the left. activate
能力
Stradivarius,
発動
giving 3,000 power to Burning Wand, dealing 1. I'll activate
能
Burning
力
Wand's
発
effect.
動
I rest it to deal 1. I end my turn. I'm intentionally not summoning Genjiro-Saki.
ターン終了
俺のターンドローチャージドローコール
Frogos again? Okay, well, it's GG, I guess. Oh, he summoned 4 Volca. This is another one of those that
ファイターにアタック
you can discard from your hand when you have a size 3, and it has an effect. Vrongos heals, 4 Volca gets gauge,
ターン終了だ
but
俺
it
のターン
doesn't
だなド
matter.
ロー
Oh, nice. Okay, well,
チャージドロー
I'm just gonna win this turn. We're gonna do a little BM, just a little bit.
コール
I'm gonna play Genjiro-Saki. I'm gonna draw 2 with Nice One for free. Oh, we got Mary Sue. Nah. We'll just go. Okay, I'm gonna
コール
I'm gonna play Dragon Wizard Tempest Wing in the center. Genjiro-Saki leaves the field due to the size limit. I'm gonna activate Gunrun
能力
Stradivarius,
発動
adding 3,000 power to Tempest Wing, dealing 1 damage. I'm gonna activate Tempest Wing's effect.
能力発動
I'm gonna target Vragos. And discard a wizard from my hand. Put Vragos in his gauge. The lifelink will deal 1 damage. And then we'll just attack him.
ファイターにアタック
So the reason why this matchup is an auto win is because I have Tempest Wing. I mentioned Dual Zeger has lifelink 5. You can pretty much just one-shot them. If they play Dual Zeger and you just play Tempest Wing and you send it to their gauge, they cannot interact with that. They do have a card that negates the lifelink of Dual Zeger if it gets destroyed and goes to the drop zone, but they can't do anything about it going to the gauge. So they just take 5 and die. Or they take 5 and then you swing for 4 and then they die.
ファイタ
Because
ーにア
odds
タ
are
ッ
they'll
ク
have paid life with one of their card effects.
こいつで勝利だ
And even if they haven't, you can usually find a way to
良いファイトだった
finish out the game with some burn damage. But I remember I played it, like one of my friends played Dragon Lords back in the day, and whenever we played, it was just like, why even bother? I just auto win. Tempest Wing's really good. Really, really good. Man, the retro Yu-Gi-Oh group chat is so weird. What is this even? Okay. Anyway, we won. And he's like, that was well played. The title of ABC Cup champion is fitting for a man like you.
ありがとうございました
Or like, thank you. It's like, I'm still, I still have a ways to go. I'm gonna redo all my training. Like, okay. And we're like, no, you're already very strong.
違う
Which is, I mean, Buddyfight's weird because like all the decks are like so different. Like, you really have to know the interactions to be able to like navigate the matchups. It just happens that this matchup is like super favored for me, but Ancient World can be very difficult to deal with for other decks. I also played I played Wild Dragons, the other Ancient World theme, later in like season 4. Dude, the deck was so cheap. You literally just had to buy like 2 starter decks just for this one specific, well, like a few cards, and then all the other cards in the deck were like commons and rares. It was super cheap. And uncommons. I guess Buddyfight had uncommons.
そうだな。どうだ。
はい。
よろしく頼む。
Anyway, he was like, would you have another buddy fight with me after I renew my training? And we're like, yeah, of course.
すごいじゃない。
ありがとうな。
すげえ。
Everyone's like, yeah, it's amazing. Makoto won. Yeah, woo. And Kiryu's like, hey, Gao. And then Tetsuya interrupts him. He's like, hey, Gao. Let's go congratulate Makoto. And he's like, yeah, I'll be right there. And then he leaves Kiryu alone. Kiryu's saying, I wonder if I become stronger like Makoto, will Gao pay attention to me and notice me, senpai? Says Kiryu.
そうです。
And then so Shido's here to also corrupt Kiri.
はい。
And someone says, are those like, so Shido's like promising that Kiri can become stronger, but
いいだろう。
oh no, wait, it was
すごいね。
Kiri like saying earnestly that he wants to get stronger, and someone's asking, is that true? Like, is there like, do you really mean it? Like, is there no how do I put this? I guess that is good enough. Like, you know, is that really the case? And then it sounded like it was Roga.
Yeah.
It's just everyone
So-
congratulating us for winning.
まさか。そんな。
Tetsuya got a call. Oh, he's saying there's the disaster force inside the school? Or we picked up a disaster force reading inside the school?
なんだと。
The reading is close. Let's go confirm, Jack.
あ、
And Jack's like, is it okay if we don't go congratulate Makoto? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. He's with his friends. That's fine.
やったな。
What's the disaster force? Who knows? I guess we'll find out.
ガオ。
おい。
And Drum's like, wait, is the finals already over? And Gao's like, Drum, where were you? Gao, how do you not know where Drum is? And he's like, actually...
ドラム兄さん。
So this is anime Axia, not our buddy Axia. Because, you know, all these buddies that you can pick from are just like... just one of the characters already in the game. So in the anime, Drum saves Axia just by coincidence. He saves Axia from a threatening situation, and then Axia, like, has a major crush on Drum, and Axia is super gay, and Drum doesn't know how to deal with it.
な。
And I'm like, wow, it's a buddy monster, except this Axia does not have a buddy.
ああ。
そうね。
See Axia blushing. How do I do this? There we go. Aw. And he's like, Drum is my savior, so I will give him, it's like, I would do anything for him. Anything. It's like, okay.
そんなポン
Aw. And he's like, I'm gonna be Drum's buddy. And then we'll live the rest of our lives together.
なわけねえだろ
And Drum's like, monsters can't be buddies with other monsters. Save me, Gao. And Gao's like, it's fine, right? He seems pretty not like cool. Why don't you two get along?
そんな
But yes.
よし
Yeah, Axia just like shows up and hangs around Gao for like 10 episodes of the anime, and it's kind of funny.
心配だな。
Sorry, I had to yawn. Oh wow, another ambush. It's Sophia. We haven't met her yet. We're at the student council office. We were asked to do something here by a teacher. It's not important. They just need an excuse to get us here.
何してるの
And this is Sophia. She's the student council vice president under Shido.
すみません。
あら
And she's like, oh, you're the ABC Cup winner.
はい。
Champion. Champion's the correct word. And we just introduce ourselves. It's like, yes, I'm Makoto Tsukimiya from the elementary school division. And she's like, oh, you're pretty strong. I'd like to test your strength a little bit. So then she gets some hair extensions and then
始めましょう
asked us for a buddy fight. The sad thing is, oh, that's right. In this game, okay. So in this game, her deck hasn't been added yet. She plays an end of season 1 deck, and this game does not have the very last. Actually, no. That's well. Okay, so her deck is featured at the end of season 1, but it's not released until the first pack of season 2, the first booster pack. So unfortunately, her anime deck is not in this game, so they give her something else. A deck that no one else is running. A little unfortunate, but like unavoidable, I suppose. I mean, they could have had the game come out a little later, but oh well.
ルミナイズ。
歯向かうなら容赦しないルミナイズ
Her deck in this game is pretty bad, so. But this hand is also not great.
オープンザフラッグ。
Going
マジッ
second's
クワールド。
not bad.
マジックワールド
Yeah, she's running Magic
私の
World,
ターンチャージドロー
but
コール
there's actually a type of card that is outside of all of the worlds. It doesn't have a flag of its own. Or they don't have flags of their own. It's generic. So all the flags say you can run X world and generic cards. All the flags in this game anyway. So generic cards are ones that you can add to pretty much any deck. They will be weaker than whatever like specific world cards are available. But they still have some themes. There's a couple different themes in generic. One of them is chess, like based on you know, the board game chess, the chess pieces. It's kind of cute. There's an FTK you can do with chess, like in season 4. She's using the other theme, which is tarot, or actor knights. Their attribute, is attribute the right word? Probably, right? Their attribute is tarot, but their theme name is called actor knights. It's weird, but as you can guess, they're based on the tarot cards. So I mentioned the spectrum of like the different worlds and their like stat versus like spell power balance. Tarot's like below the spectrum, or generic is like below the spectrum. It's just worse than everything in every way. So that's just how it goes, right? Anyway, she's calling actor knights the magician. This is a tarot and a wizard, so you could actually play this in wizards, and it's not awful. It's a size 1/1/1/1, which is awful, but when it's destroyed, you can pay 1 gauge to draw a card. So, like, it's not the worst card you could put in a deck.
Buddy call.
Oh, here we go. So here she's buddy calling actor knight's emperor. This card cannot attack. Like, this card cannot attack unless you have another tarot attribute on the card on the field. Oh, sure. Oh, that reminds me. There is actually... So she's running the bad tarot cards. I think at the end of season 1... Yeah, it was the end of season 1. You can play it in this game, actually. There is a good tarot deck that you can make for a different world. Like, the world you use is just basically the framework, I guess? So, like, she's using Magic World because it has the best spells. So, like, you run Nice One, Key of Solomon First Volume for Gauge, whatever else, right? Like, all the good spells. But there's another, like, subset of tarot that you can use that work better in another world. I've actually made the deck in this game. It's actually not bad. Anyway, you might get hit for 3 damage. I kind of care, but I kind of can't do anything about it. Ooh, okay, I drew all 3 of my gauge reducing guy, which is annoying. Okay, that's useful. That's actually useful. I'll summon Soichiro Tenjiku to the center. I'll equip Gunrod Stradivarius. What was our gauge? Haxia Solomon Shield. Okay. Oh. I just randomly remembered. You could sideboard in Buddyfight. Most Bushiroad games, there's no sideboard. It's best of 1. But Buddyfight was best of 3 with sideboard. I just randomly remembered that fact. Anyway, we're gonna destroy Emperor. She has Fortune Shield. Okay, so this is oh my goodness. This is a counter spell for tarot. It gives one of your monsters plus 2k defense and the counterattack ability, which I haven't explained yet. But if it's an Actor Knights, it gets another 3k defense. Do I want to respond to this? I have Magical Goodbye. I could just send it back to the hand, or I could send mine back to my hand. I would prefer my guy did not die, is the thing. But I also don't want her to deal a ton of damage to me. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce her guy, I guess. I don't like it, but I will. I kind of forgot that Fortune Shield was a card, even though at the start of Season 2, there was a theme that came out called 100 Demons, and it didn't have many counter spells yet. It had like 2. And I needed more counter spells for it. So I played Fortune Shield in the deck, and people were like, "What? What is this?" It was pretty good. But then they got their own better version, so it was like fine. But at the time, I played Fortune Shield, and it was fun. Oh my gosh, you had 2? Oh no. Oh no, I'm in danger. I called their deck bad, and now I'm gonna lose. Gosh darn it. She has 3 in hand still? Holy moly. I'm gonna end up burning all my cards just to not die. This sucks. I cast. Oops. I'll return it to your hand. Cast Magical Goodbye on my own guy. I guess I could have also Magical Goodbyed her. Oh, I probably should have Magical Goodbyed her Magician, and then she can't attack with Emperor. Okay, this is pretty good actually. Summon Soichiro Tenjiku yeah, this is Soichiro Tenjiku to the left. Nice one. Drawing nice one in Rody was like pretty good. Give the power to Soichiro. People didn't believe me, but the 5k stat line was so relevant. Like, holy moly. Man, back when I won that regional with Wizards, there was like one of the popular Buddyfight YouTubers from Canada or something who also played Wizards, but he played a bad version. Like, he went and reviewed my deck, and he's like, it's bad because you're just playing a bunch of one-ofs, and it's like, dude, your deck's also bad. Or not also, your deck is bad, my deck's not bad. Because people were like, we'll just play 6 different Wizards, and we'll just play 4 each, and like, you'll just get one of each, and it'll be fine. It's like, you're not wrong. Like, that's one way to think about it, but the Wizards they were playing a... Oh, actually, I don't want to say it, because it comes up in this game. I don't want to spoil it. I'll rant about this when we get to that point in the game. She had a nice one. Okay. She drew it this turn. Rather. Ooh, okay, this is the Priestess. Actor Knight's High Priestess. This is a 3/17 vanilla. It's Tarot and Defense attribute. There's the Emperor. I have no counter spell, so I just kind of have to take everything. I'm down so many cards, holy moly. Okay, that helps. That definitely helps. That being said, do I charge Mary Sue? I think I do, just feels gross. Oh, I drew one. Okay, we're all scale, didn't have to worry about it. Paper Mary Sue out. Oh, that was great. Okay, although she still has the stupid Priestess. I'm gonna cast Key of Solomon first volume. I'm gonna play Magic Artist Andy.
コール
I'm gonna play Center of the World Mary Sue.
コール
Already nice one to this turn, but I could clock. I guess I should, right? Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna buddy call over Andy.
頼むぞバディコール
Andy still reduces the call cost of Axia
能力発動
because he's still on the field before he gets called over, and then I
キャスト
the problem here is that if she has another Fortune Shield, then I'm kind of screwed
能力発動
because I have no way of dealing with it, like 0. Please don't have a Fortune
モ
Shield.
ンスターにアタック
これでどうキャス
Oh, she magically would bide her own monster. I'm okay with that. Because you know whose turn it is next? My turn.
ファイターにアタック
Alright, I end my turn.
ターン終了俺のターン
It's my
ドロ
turn. You're going to
チャージ
engage.
ドロ
Ooh, another Axia. Okay, so we're definitely not
ー
dead.
能力発動
Yeah, we're definitely not dead next turn. I don't need to, like, play another Axia. If she has a shield, she lives. If she doesn't, then she dies. She really not have anything?
ファイターにアタック
Ah, yes, I
こ
won.
いつで勝利だ
She had 4 cards
そんなはずは
that could have been shields. Because she has 5 in hand and one of them's High Priestess. But, like, come on. Alright, I'll take it. I was in danger. Could have died.
やるわね
It's like, looks like I underestimated you, she said. And she ran away. It's like, what was that? What was that, like, tense feeling, I guess? Like, she did, like, the, what's the word in English? I mean, like, if I were a zoomer, I would say, like, her vibes totally changed. I don't know. Okay, this is not a buddy fight. We're just gonna talk to Gao, I guess.
やあ
ガオ
Oh, it's the next plot point already. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? This might be a good stopping point then, because this is the next plot. This is like the next plot thingy. So maybe I want to stop here, and then we can pick this up next week. I should be able, yeah, I should be able to stream next Monday. I do have something going on in the morning that I don't know how long it will take, but it's like this game I can just kind of pick it up and stream. I don't have to really prepare for it. Yeah, I guess we'll just call it here. So anyway, today we did all this silly tutorial stuff, which took like an hour, and then we just sped through the ABC Cup. There was a lot of like side events that were like not optional, which was something I didn't remember, but yeah, that I guess that'll be well, I mean, like it's fine. Like it's, I guess they were technically side events because they didn't advance the story, but there were still things that provided more background as to like what's going on in the story, as opposed to the optional side events, which are just like, yeah, here's just a random interaction with this random person. That's it. But yeah, I mean, it's still fine. Yeah, this game might be like pretty short if we just skip all the side stuff, but that's totally fine. We don't need to like be playing this for weeks on end. That's exactly why I like came in on New Game Plus, so I could have a deck ready, a deck that no one in the game plays, because like no one plays Dragon Wizards, unfortunately. Well, I guess does it count? It doesn't really count. Like it kind of counts. One of the other players plays Wizards, and one of the okay, two of the other players play Wizards, or two of the other characters play Wizards, and one of them like has Dragon Wizards in his deck, so it's like maybe. But anyway, we're getting off topic here. But yeah, we just did the ABC Cup today. Next plot point is going to start. So we will probably go through that next Monday. Same time as usual. But yeah, that'll be it for today's stream. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I see you next time.